This was the hardest review I've ever done. Normally a product is straightforward, it works well or doesn't work. Well, for this one, you need to have the right technique, you have to have the right gimbal settings, and you have to have the right environment. So I ended shooting up 3 different times until I got some probing results that I can actually show and demonstrate that the 4th axis stabilizer is not a complete piece of junk, but it's actually usable and does have some benefits in certain situations. So first I took it out to the beach and tried the classic normal walk, ninja walk, and of course not using the stabilizer and just doing the same with the Osmo Pocket, just handheld, to see the difference, to be able to put them side by side. And when I returned, there was no discernible difference. So I took it out again into a park, this time using stairs and different walking techniques and different gimbal settings, and I even tried to make the stabilizer heavier to get an even better stabilizing effect by screwing a selfie stick onto it, which is a 2mm selfie stick, so it's relatively heavy and adds some heft to the whole contraption. But then again, when I got back behind the PC on my screen, I couldn't really note any discernible difference in the stabilization with or without the stabilizer, and I really started having my doubts whether the stabilizer has any advantages for a smooth recording. So I set out a 3rd time, and this time I tried all the different gimbal settings with all the different walks, and I'm happy to report that I finally managed to get stable footage thanks to the 4th axis stabilizer. So I'm sure it helped in this situation. The gimbal settings you need to use to make the stabilizer work are either follow mode or tilt lock, and the follow speed has to be set to slow follow and not fast follow. For all the different angle positions for the handle, I tried downwards, upwards, with a phone on top, or a phone here, you have a 1/4 inch here, or like this, basically horizontal, and this is where I got the best result. Unfortunately, in this position you cannot add the phone to the setup, so you're filming only with the help of the small screen on the Osmo Pocket, but that's where I got the best results. In I think it was in follow mode, slow follow, walking like this ninja style, and that's where I really got smooth footage. So if you look at the stabilizer, you will see that the actual opening for the Osmo Pocket is not really made for Osmo Pocket. So you could actually also use a mini tripod and screw that in here, fix that in here, and add the stabilizer to a action cam, for instance. It's not really a Osmo Pocket specific product. But this is what that looks like. And yes, it does actually work, but again, slow follow mode, tilt lock with slow follow. You adjust the angle here. You have a tension screw where you can basically make this more or less horizontal. That's the idea, so that it gets the most movement capability in both directions. And then theoretically, you have a 1/4 inch here, and you have a 1/4 inch on the bottom. They actually give you, I don't have that on camera, they give you a little foam clamp, a plastic clamp. I use the Ulanzi clamp, which is much better for my big phone. And they give you this double 1/4 inch screw if you want to add something like, well, I use this actually to add a selfie stick onto it, a 2-meter selfie stick to stabilize the whole device. But didn't get any interesting results with that. But this was the best I got, and that's the actual best stabilized footage that I'm showing you now. So does the stabilizer actually work? Well, yes it does. Do I recommend that you buy it? Maybe. If you're really desperate to get very stable footage with the Osmo Pocket, I believe it's a good investment, considering it's not very expensive. Me personally, I will not be using this a lot. I bought it for this review, so it's already mostly served its purpose for me, but I might pull it out of the drawer again from time to time when I do some corridor shots, for example, where I want ultra smooth footage. One of the next reviews will be this little wide-angle lens, because the wide-angle lens market just got more complicated with another product by a company called Benro, and it looks a lot like the JSR lens, which I beat up in one of my previous videos because it wasn't able to autofocus. But this one is actually able to autofocus. The reviewer is not able to open the box though. This lens looks a lot like the JSR lens. The metal frame is exactly the same. The glass is different, however, and I did test it quickly and it does autofocus. So the Benro one seems to be the fixed one from the previous red model. And it looks to be quite clear, so I will do a side-by-side with the other wide-angle lens that I recommend usually, which is the Ulanzi. And that's going to be for one of the next videos. Before that, however, there's also an underwater housing which has been released for the Osmo Pocket. And no, it's not the official one by DJI, this is a OEM cheapie. And I will review that as well, so that's coming up. And here it is. So it looks pretty good with double GoPro mounts and access to the 2 buttons. So thanks for watching, please subscribe to my channel for those next videos and see you in the next one.